Welcome to Meet the Candidate, and my guest for this session is Dr. Raul Garcia. Welcome to the show, Raul.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We have a little delay that we'll just deal with that. It's not a big deal. I think we've all gotten used to those kinds of things in the last several months as people have been distance communicating.
Yes.
I understand that your answer to this, my opening question, is going to be a little different. Where did you grow up and go to school?
So I was born in Cuba. Was born in a province of Cuba that had a lot of farms, like Eastern Washington, and then moved to Havana. And I was there till I was 11 years old. That we were able to escape, go to Spain, and then come to the United States. So I grew up my high school and college years in Miami, where most Cubans in the United States are. And then I went to medical school in New York. I was recruited to come to Washington to be one of the original deans of the first medical school in the Pacific Northwest in 60 years. And we were successful with that in Yakima. Mm-hmm. And then I went to Tri-Cities to revamp an emergency department in one of our hospitals. We were successful with that, very proud of that. And that's the short story.
Is there a moment in that childhood journey from Cuba to Spain to Miami that has really helped shape how you see the world?
Yes, definitely. I got first row seat at big government. Fidel Castro has ran a tyranny in Cuba for 61 years, his family. So they came into my grandfather's tobacco plantation and dairy farm and just took it away. Said, this is ours now, and we're going to run it because we have more resources than you do. And every business in Cuba became property of the government. I think that day I realized that there was a better way to do things. I love the advantage of being in America where your hard work opens up opportunities. Well, that was not the case there. My mother was not allowed to practice her teaching profession because she wouldn't sign a paper that said that she belonged to the communist government. They also took her license as a nurse when she became a nurse because of the same reason. My uncle was put in jail because he was found, a group of them were found with a firearm, and he almost died. His friends were killed by a firing squad, no judge, no jury. So certainly it shaped me. A lot of Latinos have asked me, why are you a Republican? And I have told them that story of big government, of tyranny, and that has stayed with me for life. The brainwashing that went on in Cuba was absurd. I tell this story, people tell me, you have to tell this story, this is very interesting. When we were in 4th grade, we were asked to put our heads down and ask God for candy, and asked to raise him back up and see if candy was there. Of course it wasn't. And then they asked us, put your heads down and ask Fidel Castro for candy. And we brought our heads back up, and candy appeared everywhere. And they said, "You see, your only God is the government." And I knew then, as I know now, that I will fight with every inch of my body for that to never happen anywhere else in the world, and especially here, where I live, and in this country that has given me so much. But that is the kind of experience that I had at a very early age that made us grow into adults very quickly, made us grow into knowing that we couldn't say anything bad. We certainly didn't have freedom of speech. Our parents would go to jail if we said the wrong thing at school as little kids. So we have little kids there that are really adults in their mental capabilities because their parents have indoctrinated them that whatever we speak at home, we can't speak at school. Um, very powerful background that it has never been erased by any other thought of experiences that I've had.
Well, you've had a long and successful career in medicine, and now I understand a little bit about what has shaped your view of politics and government. Why step out of a comfortable career to pursue the political arena?
Well, I guess sometimes the time finds the man. So I was always, in my mind, I wanted to do public service. I think it is the ultimate gift back to America for everything it gave me. I was that skinny kid with borrowed clothes when I came to America. Not borrowed, but handed down from my cousins, and that didn't speak English, that didn't fit in. And thankfully, I had a Cuban community in Miami that supported me, and I worked hard for everything I did. And I saw that with hard work, I definitely believe that we open opportunities in this country. So, yes, I feel that my skills as a leader throughout my life in many state and national organizations have prepared me for this moment. And I feel that this moment found me. I got to a point where I disagreed with the panic and fear that is being instilled into our people and not enough education. I was in disbelief that there was no balance between the health of our people and the health of our businesses that feeds our state. And I said, what we need in our state is a decisive leader. And I know that I can do that. I'm not a career politician. I don't mean to sound like I have all the answers or that I'm going to control anything. But I have learned in my life that the best leaders are those who put the right people in place that have the knowledge, the passion, and the accountability to do the good job that they need to do. And once that happens, you succeed as a leader. And I think we need decisive leadership in our state. So that's why I left a comfortable career to throw myself in a world that was new to me, but that I have been in awe of all the support that I have received over the last 4 weeks. I could never have scripted it better that this snowball was going to grow so much, and that's because we need leadership that is decisive and accountable, and that I know how to do very well.
You know, Raul, Dr. Garcia, I think you have aptly answered the last question already, which is to give your reasons for why vote for Raul Garcia for governor. But you can take another little quick soundbite out of it.
Well, like I said, balance between the health of our citizens and the health of our businesses. I'm a staunch supporter of that, and I can go into healthcare and talk about that for an hour. New changes that I want to bring, and I want to I could talk for an hour about deregulating and less taxation for our businesses. But accountable government, it's a big deal. And now you have heard why. We have the largest government we've ever had in Washington, and I don't believe in it. I think we could be more efficient and more accountable. And then the last thing is, I would love for everybody to understand that I do believe that we can unite, that we could finally come to the middle and do politics, as my mentor Bob Dole used to teach me, that the need is to push the agenda forward. That means that I come from the right and you come from the left, and we sit at the table. We're always willing to sit at a table and discuss a solution to push the agenda forward. I am big on solutions first and then everything else. So let's find solutions that we accommodate. I think we could come to the middle. I think that in our everyday life, we agree more than we disagree. I think that the polar edges have obscured the majority of us. And I think this is the year. I think this is important. That change is not necessary. It is required right now. And I think we could all do it together, Democrats and Republicans, accommodating each other and pushing our state forward to a better future.
Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. I know you're at work and you had to make time for it, but it's been a great conversation. Good luck with your campaign season.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time and everybody that is listening to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
90 million Christians are eligible to vote.
40 million didn't.
That's 45% of eligible Christians not voting.
We can change that.
We believe We Vote was designed to arm people of faith with information on candidates
And how they line up with biblical and constitutional principles.
It's simply WeBelieveWeVote.com.
We're on a mission to rev up the 2020 election.
Tell your friends, your neighbors, and especially your pastors to rev up.
Be an educated voter.
Arm yourself with truth based on the Word of God.
2020, rev up.
Register, educate, vote.
Rev up.
Rev up.
Rev up 2020.